Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the $1,000 tournament that we ran over the weekend. This right here is round 2 of the PS4 side of the bracket. We have ImSteveyJ going up against DeonBrock, kind of like from Pokemon. We had an incredible round 1 matchup that I was unable to see because the tournament had just started. And there was lots of folks playing, and it was hard to try and catch certain games. But ImSteveyJ went up against TrueBoy in round 1. And TrueBoy is a goon. Definitely a top opponent. And ImSteveyJ ends up coming away with the victory. So he moves on to round 2. And like I told you guys, be prepared to see a lot of Seahawks. Definitely. Can't blame them. They got to give themselves the best opportunity, what they feel like is the best opportunity to win. And more often than not, people feel like that's the Seattle Seahawks, which makes me want to barf. Because I remember when it was the 49ers, man. Everybody used my Niners in Madden 13, man. Problem won the Madden Challenge with my Niners. With his Niners. With our Niners. And ever since then, people retire. We almost had a dynasty, man. People are like, Jess, what do you mean a dynasty? I was like, think about it, man. We made it to the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, I knew we were going to lose. Because how many times in NFL history has a young quarterback won the Super Bowl? It hasn't happened often. If it has happened more than 3 times. Rarely does a young quarterback within his first few years win the Super Bowl. It just doesn't happen often. So the odds were stacked against us. And you take a look at the team we had, and we made it all the way to the Super Bowl. It was just that people needed to get a little bit of footage on Cap. And once they found out that the man can't hit water if he fell out of a boat, then we were in trouble. But it was looking good for us. And then everybody just started retiring. And Kaepernick turned out to be a freaking scrub nugget. But nonetheless, let me not talk about I can talk about my damn Niners being a bunch of bums all day, every day. Right here, he ends up throwing a nice little dot over there towards the right side. I believe that SteveyJ is in the white and Deon is in the neon greens. So standing in the pocket right here, ends up taking another sack. Kind of got himself out of field goal range. And SteveyJ was, very upset with himself in the stream. As a veteran player that he is, he knows you got to take 3 there. Run the ball, get 2 or 3 yards, get 3 minimum. If you go for it, you cannot take a sack. And this is a different strategy when it comes to playing with reg teams. One of them being that not everybody can kick far field goals. Like in Mutt, that's easy. As soon as you pass the 43-yard line, everybody has a McManus. You're kicking field goals, no problem. In reg teams, there's only a handful of kickers that can really boot the ball from the 35, 36-yard line. And, Seattle does have Hauschka, isn't it, right? I don't freaking know. I don't like that team. I don't watch that team. They're so much better than my Niners. SteveyJ throws a touchdown over there on the left side, ends up taking a 14-3 lead. And he promised me. He promised me because we have a lot of people, we have a lot of great top-tier people to join these tournaments. Most of them are, your typical just online head-to-head guy like me. I don't go to tournaments. I don't sit here and play money games or saloon games or anything like that, or buying tournaments for coins. I don't do none of that. So I'm just your head-to-head guy, and about 94% of the people who play online are like that. Who join these tournaments are like that. So I was like, hey, you got to play with the Giants round 1, and he said he would, but he lied because he got TrueBoy round 1. So turns out he lied to me. So he owes me next tournament he joins. If I ever do a reg tournament, he owes me a game with the Giants. He's like, I can't run the Giants with TrueBoy. You kidding me? There's no way. Well, you liar. You told me. I was like, you're probably going to get matched up against, somebody you're better than, because typically the first few rounds of the tournaments, they're not that crazily, difficult. Once the young kids and SteveyJs and TrueBoys and Dreams, once those guys move on, then it gets difficult. But for the first round, you got these goons going up against, your average head-to-head guy like me, and we get Goomba stomped. I was like, you're probably going to go up against somebody who's not even that good. Use the Giants. And he said yes. If any of you guys follow SteveyJ on Twitter, make sure you tweet him and tell him he lied. He lied to my face. My cat was there too. So he lied in front of 2 people. But nonetheless, man, as you see, Stevie J with a very voluptuous lead of 25 points. Skunk rule is in effect. So if Stevie J gets to stop here, game is over. He will move on. Almost had to use a pick right there, which looked like he should have. So very next play, he rolls out right here and almost gets sacked. So 2nd and 10. He ends up throwing towards the left side. Almost a snag right there, which would have ended the game. I mean, the game looks like it's pretty much ended at this point anyway. He's going to need damn near a miracle to try and come back at this game. Chucks it up where a streak is unable for completion. Throws to the left side, throws a pick, and that right there is going to end the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm Stevie J. Moves on to round 3, beating Deon. And I believe my game will be coming up next along with Adam and Dreams. So see you guys next video. Peace.